What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another maxed out crypto video. We'll be doing another market update video today and see where we think the week is going for Bitcoin. So let's get into it. Alright, well, where we last left off, I believe we were somewhere up here. And last week we had, not a huge, we wicked down 6%, a little bit of a downside week. We could be continuing on this kind of pattern, so we could have more downside to come. I did post this on Twitter, that I was in this short, which I believe I entered or talked about in the previous video, so that was a nice play. And I'm still got some position in it. I have taken profits, but I still have, maybe I'm still 30% in the trade from the whole position. So yeah, we're taking a look at the weekly here. Market Cipher, we're starting to clip. Gapped RSI, money flow is coming up, but the momentum and the VWAP seem to be coming down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we, still test this weekly, 21 EMA. I know I've talked about that in the last couple videos, that we might test it, and we still haven't, but hey. Another thing, we're coming up to the end of the month. I believe, tomorrow tomorrow will be the closing candle for this, and it's kind of been a doji candle kind of month for February. We have had some 19% volatility, which is great, but these doji candles, let's see, have we had one like that? There was one here, a little reversal. Where else? This one was more upside after. What else? This one was a reversal. This one we had more upside. So can't really get much from that. Just, a little doji candle. I mean, we still have this green dot that we're fully confirmed now. I mean, this VWAP will continue up even with this doji candle. It might flatten out a little. Whereas these ones were much stronger monthly candles. I mean, this one we did have some consolidation and a couple red ones in here. So it won't be the end of the world. I still believe we have upside in our future in general. That doesn't mean next couple months we can revisit lows. Because as we talked about with these monthly confirmed dots, this one confirmed here, and we still had this candle which brought us down, and we still had these two dots. We had this one which confirmed here and then came down, and this one which confirmed and never really came back down, but had some major consolidation for what, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. So just because we got the one pop doesn't mean we're gonna pop forever. But I do believe, we just gotta trust history on these green dots, this is the bottom. We could retest or come close to retesting for sure, but I believe this low of 15,424 is our low for this bear market. Now we could flirt in here forever, no problem with that. But yeah, I think I've said enough on that one. So back to the weekly, let's take a look. Like I said, weekly's clipping. And we got gapped RSI, so this could clip, and we could come down and get another trigger wave, and that would be where we really start the run. We come down like this, maybe retest this, and then we really continue on, and we have kind of like this head and shoulders-y pattern where we had a dip below support, and then we went on. Alright, so let's take a look at some other time frames. Jump down a little lower. Let's take 5-day. See, 5-day money flow looks really nice, but we are gapped and we are rolling over. And this is pretty bearish right here when you get a red dot, green dot, red dot, or the other direction we'd be bullish. See right here we got green dot, green dot, and then we went up. That usually signifies the bears are winning, right? In a lot of instances, I mean, this was a threer, or even more. Played the game here, the red dot, green dot game. But it ultimately went the direction the momentum was trying to go, right? It ultimately went the bull's way. So this way, this to me means downside. Let's spark out these EMAs here and see. These EMAs might give us a good. So here's the 5-day EMA. Where's the weekly? We'll keep that there because weekly's pretty much in the same spot. What about the 4-day? 4 days a little higher, right? 4 days a little higher. 3 days a little higher than that. All right. And last one, let's look at the daily. Daily, we're testing right now as we speak. So I believe this could be where's my box? A great retest area. All these EMAs on these higher time frames, right? So let's get rid of these lines now, so we don't look so ugly. Yeah. We would take out this liquidity. Let's get back to the 3-day. Yeah, and I mean, look, we're divergent on all these higher time frames, right? Divergent here. 5-day, we're doing the red dot, green dot. So, I mean, money flow is coming up, but that's versus two other items that are coming down, momentum and VWAP. Money flow is king, but that doesn't mean we can't just bloop up and then come down and then finally go up. All right, and so we have another test down here. Maybe we flirt in here, and then we come up finally. All right. We haven't had a retest of this level. That doesn't mean we don't have to. We have retested this one. So this would make sense for good little retest. Okay, so I mean we can go lower, but that's kind of. I mean the daily is trying. It's fighting. We're fighting. This VWAP is curved, which isn't great. But money flow's trying to make a little higher high based off this high right here. Momentum's trying to clip, but it's not working. What is this? This kind of reminds me of. I think it was on a lower time frame. We'll check back with it later. I think it was this, only on a lower time frame. This kind of like EMA flirting where it usually doesn't play out. It usually comes down. We'll look later. So, I mean, as you get lower, I mean, this does look a little more bullish. We've got a little, anchor to trigger wave right here. But we can't fight into the green. We tried here, and we can't start a new wave, right? We're just not able to. The 6 hour, even similar story, just can't fight that new wave. We do have momentum, VWAP, all kind of close together here, but still. 4 hour, we're fighting. Yeah, it's fighting. Momentum is fighting. It's a fight out there. And 2 hour, a little lower. See, same thing. This looks a little better, but it's still not great curvature. So we could easily still diverge down. Maybe one more dip, or even not that far, just maybe here. So, I mean, it's looking like we still got more. This move still has more time to play out. This downside move. We could just repeat this. Let's take a look what we had. This was what, 10%, I'm pretty sure, 11, 12. What would this bring us to? We're only at 9, right? So 11, 12 would bring us down, same move. That would make sense. Or even take out these, really fake out the market and take out all this liquidity from these longs right here, right? Or we just retest this support down here, right? That could totally make sense too. But I think it's all leading to a downward move, right? I mean, we still could come up from here, but I think ultimately it would be down. But let's not get too biased here, and let's take a look at some other indices and see if, we can get some more hints, right? See if we can get some more hints. Dominance is taking a hit. It's going into the red. Let's take a look at the weekly dominance. Oh, it's playing the game we just talked about. Red dot, green dot. I mean, it still looks pretty good, but once again, these double diamonds on Market Cipher A, usually when you get double diamond, downside comes afterwards. See, double diamond, downside all come after all those. So that could be, that could just mean altcoins are gonna pump a little more, or this is like the final move of Bitcoin, and we're gonna finally get that alt season, which means bull run, you know. This one we did get a hard spike before. This is kind of a half spike, so I don't know. Hard to tell on dominance. It does look like it's chilling out, which may mean Bitcoin may be chilling and the alts take their turn to have a little action. Here, this is definitely bearish. We got the head and shoulders pattern on Market Cipher B right here. I mean, this looks good. Money flow looks like it's coming up, but the momentum is doing the old head and shoulders pattern. We didn't quite diverge, but we do kind of have an anchor at a trigger wave situation that's getting ready to confirm daily, and daily's going into the red. I mean, look, just here, last time we were in the red, we had a 10% move. Same with here, 8% move, and same with here, 11% move. So if we take that in and say at the lowest it'll be is 8, dominance is back down in the high 30s again. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, really, that doesn't really mean too much. Just, alright, let's move on. We're not getting much from that. Sorry, folks. A little stumbly bumbly. Okay, let's take a look at the Dow. The Dow is not looking good either. Let's jump up to a higher time frame. We're diverging, and money flow just can't break above. And we have, this is a pretty large VWAP move with momentum, with money flow, all moving together here. So that doesn't look good. And we broke this EMA on the weekly. What's the monthly about to look like? VWAP's curving down, money flow's curving down. RSIs are still high, but as you can see, that doesn't matter too much. We can still have fucking huge dips. Excuse my language. So Dow Jones doesn't look great, which is also signaling pullback for Bitcoin. You know, maybe the Dow Jones needs to bring the momentum down back below, create another trigger wave, maybe make this head and shoulders pattern, and then finally take off. You know, we get this money flow curve back up like so, and then we take off. Let's take a look at SPY. I mean, SPY is still, I mean, this is pretty picture perfect, but it's not making the moves. The moves are small, right? So we have anchor, trigger, and then no divergence, just this snaking, right? Which is a nice look. I mean, this looks great, right? We're snaking up, right? And we were snaking up while price was making lower lows, and now we're starting to make higher highs, but we couldn't break above this high yet. And now we're momentum's clipping. Money flow is starting to make a higher high, so this could just be the continuation into a larger wave, unfortunately. We were hoping maybe that this would bring us up, but it doesn't appear that way, especially that we're clipping and money flow is increasing down. So SPY, Dow Jones, not looking ideal right now, which goes to our argument that we have more pullback with Bitcoin coming. Now let's take a look at the dollar. Dollar is still popping. Weekly, we're still rising up out of here with some, look at those weekly candles, just building momentum. This is our first red week in 4 weeks on the dollar. We are hitting the CMA, so I'm surprised we're getting a little, you know, little break. And most of the time the EMA has had some pullbacks from it on the dollar. Here we had a little and then continue. These ones, it didn't go until it finally broke through. These ones just retested and fell until it finally broke through. Let's look at the monthly. Ooh, money flow, look at that. It's looking like it's curving. It's going to curve back up, which is not ideal for the old Bitcoin. Weekly, yeah, we're still just curving up. You know, these are usually the closer to the end of moves. You know, we had all this momentum, right? And then usually we have one more downside. Sometimes we have a couple in here, but one big downside move, and then we have another move up, and then that's like the test, right? As if the bull market or this run is going to continue, right? And then momentum comes up, and if we make more, then we're going to continue in the bear market, right? Because this is the dollar, right? The dollar's just going to get more valuable. But if we just make, you know, momentum down, and then we continue money flow down, and then we go into the red and momentum comes back down here, that would be great for Bitcoin. So we'll see. So right now, pullback, still looking strong as what's going to happen. This looks very similar to the weekly. Let's go 3-day. 3-day money flow. It's fighting. This is a pretty, not that big VWAP wave. It's fighting though. Daily. Money flow is coming back up, but we are clipping. So maybe we'll retest. So the higher time frames are suggesting a pullback in Bitcoin, with the dollar having more room to go, especially a little trigger wave on the weekly forming there. On the 2-week, last time we had that little trigger wave with money flow in the green, we had a decent little pop there. So maybe we get a decent another pop, Bitcoin pulls back, and then we continue down further, and Bitcoin continues up. Alright, so last thing, let's take a look at the VIX. VIX is bottoming out too, which is not ideal for the Bitcoin, because VIX is inversely correlated. This is the volatility index, if you don't know what that is. And it's inversely correlated towards assets like the S&P mainly and Bitcoin. So as this goes up, Bitcoin goes down, and S&P goes down, and as this goes down, S&P and Bitcoin go up. So, I mean, can't really gauge much from this monthly. It's going into the red, and it's last couple times it's done these small little red moves. Not much has gone on, you know. Here we did have more downside, but still. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly. Still hard to tell. We could continue on this path like this. We don't have to pop up. But momentum is going up. Money flow is coming up. Let's take a little lower time frame. 5-day looks the same. 4-day similar. 3-day similar. It still looks like it's got some upside. 2-day. This money flow is just flat. Honestly, everything is kind of not giving clear signals at the moment. This looks a little better. It's a little better curvature. But we are clipping. That doesn't mean we can't just come back up. So, it's hard to say. With the VIX doesn't have clear signals going on here. Maybe 6 hour. No. This is saying down, while these higher time frames are saying the reverse. So it's a little unclear, muddied waters, probably because we've been coming up for so long. Maybe we're just gonna flirt around in here for the next couple months, you know? Let's see. Like, I mean, this was, how long was this? 75 days, 3 months. This one, 63 days, 2 months. You know, so it could be till April till we get a real determination of what's going on. I mean, this move was pretty clear, right? We talked about, go back and look at my videos, that we had more upside coming, right? Even in here, we said we had more up. Right in here, we had a little more up. But now we're hitting this resistance, you know. People are taking profits. So it's unclear. I would say short term pullback. This week is probably a pullback week. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. I mean, we're just starting to clip. Last time we just clipped, we had this move, and we're just starting to clip again. So, definitely short-term pullback. As far as months into the future, too hard to say. But as traders, we're just looking for the week-to-week action. All right, well, that will do it. That will do it for this video. You guys have a great week, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.